Respect is not something you demand, it's something you earn, not through words, not through empty gestures, but through how you live your life, integrity, discipline, self-respect. If any of these 6 habits are part of your life, it's time to let them go. Because the truth is, respect doesn't come from others first. It starts within. Many of us have spent years trying to gain respect the wrong way, by being agreeable, by pleasing people, by overextending ourselves. And yet, the more we do, the less we are respected. Why? Because respect isn't about how much you give. It's about who you are and how you carry yourself. If you're ready to face the truth, hit that subscribe button and stay with me until the end. This isn't just about self-improvement, it's about reclaiming your power. 1. Making excuses. Excuses are chains that hold you back from greatness. Every time you justify failure with an external reason, you weaken your resolve. The world doesn't care about excuses, it values results. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Yet how often do we blame circumstances instead of taking ownership? Picture someone who's always late, always with a reason, traffic, bad luck, or someone else's mistake. But over time, people stop listening. They don't hear the excuses anymore. They just see someone unreliable. Theodore Roosevelt knew this truth well. As a sickly and frail child, he had every excuse to accept weakness, but he refused. Through sheer determination, he built his body, sharpened his mind, and faced challenges head-on. He didn't make excuses, he made himself strong. Now think about the employee who constantly blames others for missed deadlines, or the student who never takes responsibility for poor grades. Over time, their words lose meaning. People respect those who own their failures and improve, not those who pass the blame. Excuses not only damage how others see us, but they also erode our own self-respect. Each time we shift blame, we reinforce the idea that we are powerless, that we are victims of circumstance. But this is a lie. The Stoics remind us that control comes from within. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." If we stop justifying our shortcomings and start taking action, we regain our personal power. Consider the athlete who loses a game. One competitor blames the referee, the weather, or their teammates. Another looks inward, finds their mistakes, and works tirelessly to improve. Who do you respect more? Who will succeed in the long run? When you remove excuses, you take control of your destiny. Own your mistakes, hold yourself accountable. People respect accountability, not deflection. More importantly, when you stop making excuses, you start respecting yourself. And that is the foundation of real strength. Choose strength over comfort. Choose action over words. Choose discipline over denial. 2. Being lazy. Laziness is a silent killer of potential. You can have talent, intelligence, and opportunities, but without effort, none of it matters. People don't respect possibilities, they respect action. Seneca reminds us, while we are postponing, life speeds by. How many of us waste time waiting for the perfect moment? There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Every time you delay, you reinforce a habit of inaction. Success isn't about wishing, it's about doing. Take Michael Jordan. He wasn't born a champion. He was cut from his high school basketball team. He could have quit, let rejection define him. Instead, he trained harder than anyone else. His relentless work ethic turned him into the greatest basketball player of all time. Not talent, discipline. Now, contrast that with the co-worker who does the bare minimum. He clocks in and out, never pushing himself. At first, people overlook it, but soon they stop trusting him. He's just another person who wasted his potential. Look at a workplace. Who gets promoted? The one who takes initiative, not the one who merely shows up. Laziness is a choice. And every time you choose comfort over challenge, you weaken yourself. The Stoics believed in discipline as the path to true freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that no matter what external obstacles exist, your response is always in your hands. Consider the everyday struggles we all face. After a long day, you have a choice: watch TV or invest in yourself by reading, exercising, or working on a skill. The lazy choice is tempting, but the harder path leads to self-respect. Each decision builds momentum, either toward weakness or toward greatness. If you want respect, earn it. Wake up early, put in the work, push through the discomfort. The world rewards those who take action. No one will hand you respect. You must seize it. Stop waiting, start moving. Make discipline a habit and success will follow. 3. Neglecting your personal appearance. You might think it's superficial, but how you present yourself speaks before you even open your mouth. Your appearance isn't about vanity, it's about self-respect. If you don't respect yourself enough to take care of how you look, why would anyone else respect you? Marcus Aurelius emphasized the power of discipline in all aspects of life. He knew that self-respect extends to every detail, including how we carry ourselves. When you dress well, maintain good hygiene, and stand tall, you project confidence and strength. First impressions matter, not because we should seek validation, but because they reflect the effort we put into ourselves. A man who takes himself seriously, whether in his career, relationships, or daily life, demonstrates discipline through his actions, including his personal presentation. Think about a leader like Steve Jobs. He was known for his simple black turtleneck, not out of carelessness, but because it was a conscious choice, one that eliminated distractions and reflected his focused mindset. He didn't dress extravagantly, yet his presence commanded respect. Why? Because he carried himself with purpose. Effort in appearance signals effort in life. When you neglect yourself, it sends a message: I don't care enough about myself to put in the effort. But when you respect yourself, others will follow. Stand tall, be deliberate, and own your presence. Respect begins with you. Look at a historical figure like Winston Churchill. Even in the darkest days of war, he maintained his polished look and deliberate posture. His presence radiated strength, and his country drew confidence from his unwavering composure. He knew that how he carried himself set the tone for those around him. Now think about an everyday scenario. Picture two individuals walking into a job interview. One arrives in wrinkled clothes, slouched shoulders, avoiding eye contact. The other enters with a firm handshake, clean attire, and an air of quiet confidence. Who do you instinctively trust more? Who gives off the impression of being competent and reliable? This is not about luxury or excess. It's about care and intention. The Stoics remind us that discipline is reflected in all areas of life, and our presence should be no exception. When you present yourself with dignity, others will mirror that respect back to you. 4. Ignoring boundaries. Respect is a two-way street. If you fail to respect the boundaries of others, they will not respect you. Boundaries aren't obstacles. They're a sign of self-worth and a foundation for strong relationships. The Stoics understood this deeply, teaching that mastering oneself includes recognizing and honoring the limits of others. Think about George Washington. He was known for his restraint, never forcing himself upon others. This discipline earned him immense respect from both his soldiers and his peers. He understood that true strength is not about control over others, but control over oneself. Now contrast this with someone who refuses to take no for an answer, who constantly intrudes and disregards personal space. Over time, people distance, themselves from such individuals, feeling unsafe or suffocated. True respect comes from acknowledging the personal space and autonomy of those around us. Consider the modern workplace. A leader who respects his team's time and boundaries earns loyalty and trust. In contrast, a boss who constantly interrupts or makes unreasonable demands loses the goodwill of his employees. The principle remains the same in friendships, relationships, and daily life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When someone disregards your boundaries, don't react with anger. Respond with firm clarity. Set your limits with confidence, not hostility. A person who respects themselves enough to uphold their boundaries will command the respect of the world around them. Respect is not demanded. It is earned through self-discipline and the ability to honor the space of others. 5. Taking credit for others' work. Few things destroy respect faster than claiming credit for something you didn't earn. Integrity is the foundation of a strong reputation, and when you steal credit, you expose your insecurity and lack of self-sufficiency. Consider Abraham Lincoln, a leader who never sought personal glory but always acknowledged the efforts of his team. He understood that respect comes from honesty, not deception. When you recognize others' contributions, you cultivate trust, and trust is the bedrock of lasting respect. True leaders lift others up. They don't step on them to get ahead. The Stoics valued truthfulness above all. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your thoughts are dishonest, your character follows." Take the example of a modern workplace. Imagine a manager who takes credit for their team's hard work. The employees know the truth, and over time, they lose trust in their leader. Even if that manager continues to rise, their respect erodes. Now think about sports. Imagine a team where one player takes credit for a victory while ignoring the contributions of others. That kind of selfishness breeds resentment, not admiration. Contrast that with leaders like Kobe Bryant, who always credited his teammates, understanding that success is never achieved alone. This principle applies to any area of life, whether in business, friendships, or personal growth. Real respect is earned through authenticity and fairness. If you want to be truly respected, acknowledge those who contribute to your success, stand on your own merit, and embody integrity in all that you do. The world respects those who build with honesty, not those who steal for gain. Remember, your reputation is the sum of your actions. If you choose deception, you erode your own legacy. But if you choose honor, your respect will stand the test of time. 6. Being emotionally reactive. Perhaps the most destructive habit of all is emotional instability. If you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your life. Anger, jealousy, and impulsiveness are not signs of passion or strength. They are evidence of a mind enslaved by its own impulses. The Stoics believed that true power lies in self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius trained himself daily to remain calm under pressure. He understood that emotions must be ruled by reason, not the other way around. Think of someone who lashes out at minor inconveniences, who crumbles under stress or reacts with fury to criticism. These individuals may instill fear, but never genuine respect. Consider the example of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who endured unimaginable suffering. Despite his circumstances, he maintained control over his inner world. He once wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response." This is the essence of Stoicism, choosing self-control over destruction, wisdom over emotional chaos. Now, reflect on an everyday scenario, a workplace where one employee constantly loses their temper over small setbacks. while another remains composed and focused, even in difficult situations. Who earns more respect? Who is seen as a leader? The one who controls their emotions commands respect, while the other is merely tolerated. Even in sports, this lesson holds. Take Tom Brady, for example. His ability to stay composed under extreme pressure, to rally his team even when all seems lost, is legendary. He doesn't waste time on outbursts or self-pity. He focuses on what he can control and acts decisively. That is the Stoic way. True strength is measured in composure. When you master your emotions, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you earn the respect of those around you. Never let your emotions govern you, govern them instead. Learn to embrace patience, discipline, and reason. That is the path to true power and lasting respect. We've talked about 6 bad habits that make people lose respect for you. Now it's time to think about your own life. Which of these habits do you struggle with? Have you already gotten rid of some? Let us know in the comments below. Respect isn't something people give you for free. You have to earn it. It takes discipline, honesty, and knowing yourself. The Stoics lived this way, and so can we. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's keep working on becoming stronger, better, and more in control of our lives. Respect starts with how we live every day. Let's not just ask for respect. Let's prove we deserve it.